I got this in the mail from the States today, and I'm really excited actually. So I thought I'll just open it up and show you guys as well. So I ordered it probably around the 23rd of December, somewhere like that, and it's now I think it's the 4th or the 5th. Yeah, it's the 4th today, so it came pretty quickly. I'm down in Australia. But, yeah, the other day I just happened to be watching something on YouTube and this particular device was demonstrated, and I thought, wow, that's amazing, but I'm sure it's very expensive. So I had a look, and it actually wasn't too bad. And I figured that it's an emergent technology. It won't be long before you'll see these possibly in smartphones, this style of device anyway. And it's well packaged. And I thought I'd have a look at it and see what it might offer. So let's see how we go. Ooh. Yeah, so what it is, it's a 3D scanner. It's I think it's a structured light scanner or something along those lines. It's based on the Intel RealSense camera technology. So from what I understand, it's a particular camera system that can see in three-dimensional space as well as capture texture. So let's open her up and have a look. Pretty cool. So yeah, so what the idea behind something like this is, you can scan an object, be it, I think it says there 200mm by 200 by 200, or up to 2 meter by 2 meter by 2 meter. So a person or a any kind of object somewhere in between, and of course you can stitch stuff together. And when you're finished, you get a 3D model in the STL format, and the textures on top of that. And the software is free. And there she is. She's a little handheld scanner. So pretty cool. Now you do need a PC to operate it. So if you want to go outdoors or anything like that, or go portable, you're going to have to take your laptop or your or maybe a tablet. I think they have it running on Surface. I'll just put that out of the way. Yeah, so I was pretty excited to get it. I watched the demo there. You can see them basically painting it around a person and building the model up. And any holes that are in the model, they just paint some more and fill them up. And there's supposed to be on-screen instructions to help you keep it pointed at the person or object. So yeah, and the software is free as well. So let's have a closer look at it. So let's take a bit of a closer look anyway. I have actually got the software downloading in the background. It's 250 megs, so got that going on my laptop. But let's have a look at the hardware. So I don't know much about it, to be honest. Whether it uses some sort of time of flight camera or a laser scanner, I really haven't had a look into it. From what I understand, though, it's a particular new type of technology from Intel. Oh, that's a lovely feeling. Okay, I see 2 cameras in there, and I see what looks like a reflector of some kind, which could be probably the structured light part. And there's something else there in the middle as well, maybe an emitter. So the hardware feels fairly decent. The build quality actually feels really nice. That's seems well built, and I noticed that the conductor there is very, very solid. And that looks like it could be USB 3. So hardware wise, the idea is you hold the scanner and you paint the target with it. So it's supposed to have a minimum operating range of 200mm, which I suppose is about that far, and 1.6 meters, which is way back over there. Got a fairly wide field of view, 30 frames a second, and it's supposed to have around 1mm accuracy. So I don't know, they're saying from what I read on the web, the watched on the tubes, there were, different opinions, but the closer you got, the higher the spatial resolution was. So we'll wait and see. So they're saying plug it in to your PC, go grab the software and register it, and then start scanning. So yeah, it's the hardware, and once we install the software, we'll see what we can actually scan with it. And you can see there actually that it's got a mount. It looks like just a standard camera mount, so we're looking forward to using that. Yep, there you go, USB 3.0, 5 volt DC. You may not be able to read that, and it also says that it's a class 1 laser system as well. I mean, it's very light and feels a little bit plasticky, but it's like a well put together plastic. It doesn't move around or anything. It's actually fairly solid, and the cable's ginormous. So okay, so downloaded the software, and let's do what it says. It says plug in the scanner. That's a USB 3 port. This isn't a very fast laptop. I think it's only an i3 or a 5, so may not be the best, but this is, just convenient. I have other machines, so open the web browser and download the software, which I've done, and let's give it a whack. English. No one ever reads that. Default location, here we go. And after that, we're going to have to activate it, so I suppose I'll have to enter my serial number and so on. It's about 250 meg. That wasn't too bad. Okay. There she's up in there. Now we can put that somewhere else. Here we go. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, got a green light. Initializing. Not responding. Oh, here we go. Before we start, you need to activate your scanner through the website. You need a device serial number, which I have got. Okay, get me a code, please. Just on a quick rant, I tried to download the 240 meg file from their site, actually on Ethernet, gigabit Ethernet, to the local ADSL. Oh, really? I don't think I have an account. Yeah, so I tried to download it through the local ADSL, and yeah, 56 minutes. And then I just jumped on the smartphone and got it in 3. So NBN's coming. Alright, I'll just fill all this out and then I'll come back. Okay, so I just created an account and signed in. I wanted my full name, a username, an email. There was no activation email though. And so it's grabbed my serial number automatically. In fact, it directed me here, and I take it the software read the device. Now it's telling me it's going to give me a code. Yep, and so I'd sent it to my email, but then just giving me a 4-digit number. Wow, what's the point of that? Okay, I think they should just make it so it acts with any of their sensors, and then they don't need all this stuff. But of course, you wanted my email, didn't you? Activate scanner. Okay, cool. That's just the help screen. Okay, good one. I am totally new to this, so maybe we haven't connected yet. I don't know. Okay, they're previous objects people have done. The light's gone out. Might have a sleep, so let's have a look. What settings have we got? Nothing, I guess we're not connected. Okay, so that was fun after all of that. Having seen the camera, now it's lost the camera, so I guess the best way to deal with this is to plug the camera in and out. And wow, it's doing a device driver, so oh, good one. Okay, there you go, the SR300. Yeah, that's I read a little bit about that. So it's a brand new latest edition, so that's cool. But the software is not going to see it. All right, well, I guess we can the software, and yeah, oh wow, excitement. And we run it again. Yep, there comes the green light, just came on, so I'm excited. Come on. Come on, I don't want to see the video. I mean, I do, but what am I doing? Okay, I don't have a tablet, sorry. Scan, let's scan. Oh, wow, here we go. We're on. Okay, so I guess that's some depth information and some texture information. Wow. Okay, so at least you can see real time what sort of objects it likes to scan and what it doesn't like. Look at that, there's like a line there. Interesting. That might be the distance, that 200 mil they were talking about. Yeah, out to about 1.6. Yeah, wow, very cool. And it's matching my hand and getting the depth information right. So let's see if we can, I'll grab an object and we'll try a scan. Okay, so I've set up for a scan, hopefully. It's a Fred Flintstone model that I got from Thingiverse, and cheers to the chap who produced it. Absolutely amazing. I'm not a huge fan of Fred, but yeah, what a great model actually. Very easy to print and very cool. So let's see if we can't scan this in. Okay, oh, there's a countdown. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. Move the device around the person. Okay then. Oops. I'm very good at this, am I? I'm kind of looking through the viewfinder of the camera over here, so if I get this wrong, don't blame me. Anyway, this is a rough look. Let's see what we can do. Apparently, you just paint the thing, you know, and watch the prompts on the screen. So you can sort of see the way it's capturing parts of that 3D landscape along with the texture and overlaying them. It's pretty cool. I think a turntable would help a lot, but let's try. Oops. I think I'm getting the idea. So I've just got to try and build that model up. Oh look, it's painting all the holes in. Wow, that's super cool. Oops, sorry. Okay, and this laptop's in the way for sure. Am I going too fast, too slow? Whoops. I'll just sit that there for a minute and just have a look at something. Okay, so maybe I can just sort of swing it around a bit. What that gap in the middle is. Whoops. Oh no. Oh. There you go. This is some technology right here. So I can see multi-sensor platforms like this coming into cameras and all kinds of smartphones and who knows what, drones. Horrible word, but unmanned vehicles. Around we go. Well, I'm not sure how much I've captured here, but so that's black. His hair's black, and it tends to not, looks like it's not reflective enough or something. But that, whoops, that looks pretty cool. Like it, get up under your skirt there, if you don't mind. Whoops. No, I'm moving too fast. That's what she said. Yeah, okay, so let's sort of see how much we've captured with this kind of, you know, average attempt. What do we have to do here? Pause. Okay, cool. Alright, let's see what happened. So I'm only guessing that something like the point cloud and the textures in the hardware get lined up by the software or the hardware, I don't know, and it tries to piece it all together as best it can and build this you know, 3D point cloud with you know, texture data. I'll try and have a quick look at this camera, this R300 I think it was. Oh, wow, okay. Well, I've used other kinds of scanner and they've not been anywhere near as good as that, but that's not bad. Okay, so that was probably where I laid it on the ground and gave it a smooth trajectory. So there you go. That's kind of cool. Hasn't picked up any background. There are some holes in the model. It's picked up some details really well. It's done some doubling there. Sort of hasn't worked that hand out. But actually that's really impressive. That is actually really kind of impressive. Wow, it's picked up. He's got a monobrow and a single. Oh no, both his eyes are there. So yeah, very cool. Wow, that's really cool. So I'll tell you what happened. I watched a video about this product and it seemed pretty good what they were able to accomplish with it. And when I went and had a look at the price, it seemed pretty reasonable. Fred's spinning off into space, and like I said, it was around 419 US delivered. One finger drag to rotate, two fingers to pan. Oh, look at that. So anyway, there we go. First Let's see if we can get an STL out of it. Okay. There we go, all the models filled in. Let's see if we can export it. OBJ file, STL file, VR, PLY, I think that's a point cloud, and VRML, which is a virtual file, I think for the web, I'm not sure. Okay, cool. So that's a basic look at it by the looks of it. I don't know what cleanup options there are. In fact, that looks like it has cleaned up. There was some stuff around the feet last time, wasn't there? So, to be honest, there's actually only one, skipping the textures, there's only one physical mistake in the model, and that's the tie and the chest there, and the hands. I don't know if I can bring him in there, but how do we rotate him? Come on. Yeah, so actually physically the only mistake in the model, depth scan wise, is that one section there where his hand and the tie there just doesn't seem to be represented properly there. But that was, 100% me, I'm sure of it, and the rest of it is really good. The texture's incorrect in parts, but I didn't have a dolly or anything to keep this steady as I first scanned, so yeah, let's see what we can do with it. Yeah, so here's the plan. I'm going to hold the scanner in one hand and the laptop in the other, and see if I can slide it around the table and get a better result. I'm going to use the same model again. So, go for it. 3, 2, 1. No, catch something already. I'm sorry, Sensei. Doesn't feel well. Take away that 20 on your side. It's asking me to stop every now and then to capture a good image. It's almost like at a fixed level of degrees, or well, actually if I go slow enough it seems to not ask. Okay, so capture rate's not super quick, but that's alright. I want to capture all that detail, so obviously a Microsoft Surface would be the go for something like this. Anyway, it's an emerging technology and that's how things go. So even just looking at this preview here, the model looks like now he's got his hand, and it's almost funny, it's like the areas are getting darker and improving. I wonder if that's true, whether it's building more and more information. I'm not seeing being told not to go too close or too fast, so see if I can flesh out more detail. It does appear that way. You probably can't see it, but the outlines seem to be getting thicker. I can't pick up the tracking again, so it looks like I've lost the model. Interesting. Oh well. Lesson number 1. Try again, and this time I might try and mount the scanner a little bit better. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, it says, whilst tracking aim device, a previously scanned area and hold still. Well, I think it wants me to line up the actual visual info from the camera with its previous model orientation that it's got on the screen there, and I just can't. I've got no idea where it was. That's because I rotated it, which I'm probably not supposed to do, so... Oh! Wait a second. It's back! Oh, it's back! Well, that's unreal. That's really cool, and it hasn't lost the data. Woohoo! Okay. Round we go again. It's almost like it's adding detail in as you go, improving the model it has, you know. It seems like modifying each time you're putting different parts of the model, it starts improving the detail as you want to also again. Oh yeah, come back, yep. Right, so you can see there's some areas there where it's not right. See if I can demonstrate what I mean about it improving. So look at his hand there, let's see. Oh yeah, could be all the detail we're going to get here. Getting up under there. See, did you see that? It's not just me, look, it just filled in these areas. That's, see if I can fill that gap there in. Oh, laptop in the way. I swear it's getting smaller. Oh. It's gone. Did you see that? It's gone. So that's the go. You just need to get this thing everywhere whilst maintaining the tracking. I think, let's see how the model turns out though. Wow, you just got to fill in all those little gaps. This is really intuitive, you know. This is why I think it will become a new technology, you know, because it's really only just a combination of depth sensing and, you know, texture capture and a little bit of AI, and we all know there's plenty of AI coming, so, you know, when they couple some, you know, amazing AI technique with old school hardware that we've already had and then come up with stuff like this, you know it's going to get implemented because it's just a matter of the software, being implemented, you know, but yeah, and the computing power, so do I need to get in more of a head? Going on, Fred? That little bit of black there it doesn't like. On his head. Oops. Okay. What do you reckon we'll give that a go? Come back to us, Fred. Okay. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, let's see how we went with that scan, see if it was a bit better. Looks like I might have captured a lot more points this time as well. Fan's kicked in on the laptop and she's used a fair bit of battery, so okay, well there you go. It's different, I guess. The hand, the texture isn't right, but the shape is, which was the thing I did work harder on. Let's see if we can just solidify it straight off the bat and clean it up. I guess what I'm really trying to do here is copy mechanical models. Textures are sort of secondary, but Okay, we've got an aberration down the bottom there, that's new. Wow, this is... the textures are definitely not correct, but physically the model looks better. Definitely looks better. The only thing I could think that would be nicer would be to mount the Sense to the laptop with a 3D printed bracket or something, and coil the lead up and walk around, get yourself a pedestal in the middle, so the model was, you know, had a lot of free space around it. Yeah, so I wonder what else we can do. Erase parts, can we erase bits? Whoops, part of his feet's gone. Yeah, okay. I've made him non-manifold probably, but that is a very, very complicated model to do as a first attempt, I must admit. I've used the, you know, $70 to $100 laser LED line scanners with a webcam, and they can't do anything like this at all. And so you're talking about a price point that's possibly 4 times higher, but you know, the other one has a turntable under software control, and you put it in a box with controllable lighting, and you know, I'm sure if this had the same, it would do a lot better as well. So I can't wait to see what I can produce with it anyway. I have anyway. Should I have? Simplify. Oh, but I lost. Yeah. Hi, Fred. Okay, so there's Fred loading the Simplify 3D. I'd like to have a look at him in Blender, but as you can see, you know, you've got the original there. He's got most of his major bits. To be honest, I mean, in the top detail there of the hat, it's missing a couple of those fine spikes. Sorry you can't see, but he actually has 2 little spikes on the top of his head there, which it hasn't picked up. Now let's take his head off. Those 2 little spikes, so it's missed those, but that's the only detail by the look of it. And like I said, that was black and it didn't seem to want to scan, so, you know, despite all that, we seem to get a pretty decent replica there. You know, we all know who that is. Yeah, so I might make up a dolly with fixed lighting and start using this. Very, very cool.